Hi guys, so this is the part 1 of the video of front-end developer roadmap. Today we are going to be talking about how to become a beginner front-end developer, basically used by students. If you want to learn it, that is good. Let's begin. So for the beginning stage, the first thing and the very first thing you have to do is do DSA. Now most of the people do DSA in their own particular language like C++ or Java, but I would recommend you start doing it in JavaScript. Mainly because I have friends who have been asked questions in JavaScript. They knew Java, but they interview specifically asked that you have to answer in JavaScript. And because of that, it actually creates a lot of issues. Their logic is that if you're going to give every other interview and you are going to code in JavaScript, why do you need to learn Java? So, part 1, learn DSA, where we have to do arrays, strings, hash maps, sets, stacks, queues, linked list, recursion, binary trees, DB, basically everything. Do 3 to 4 questions every single day, and it will take you approximately 2 to 4 months to complete this. Now there are multiple resources. There is NeetCode, there is LeetCode, and there is Take You Forward by Striver. These have already pre-planned list that you can follow if you want, and it will actually help you quite a lot. This will be the part 1 or the first round of interviews almost in every single company. Then you have to go with HTML and CSS Fundamentals. Why? Because this is the basic building block of a front-end development. Okay, HTML5 semantics, CSS3 basic selectors box, flex models, responsive designs using media queries, basic animations. You have to do this. Now, when I'm talking about building blocks, now you can use your Web.dev for styling. You can use HTML or CSS from MDN. Now, of course, MDN is a very complicated website. It has a lot of details that you might not need. But if you want to learn it, that is the best place to do so. Of course, you can use freeCodeCamp, or basically search on YouTube, and anyone who can teach you HTML CSS will do so in a good manner. It will take you approximately 1 to 2 weeks. Now, for examples, you can do projects like personal portfolio website, landing page, anything like that. Then you have to go with JavaScript, which is a core language for a front-end development. Right now, I'm mainly talking about web, but I've also added mobile development also. I myself haven't done it, but now I understand because of ChatGPT, because of every other AI coming, that front-end development cannot just mean web development. Because now it is very easy to do web development. There's a reason why vibe coding is now very successful. So I would recommend start doing mobile development. You can do it as easy as React Native. Now let's get back to topic, which is JavaScript. You cannot build any modern website without it. You have to do things like variables, loops, functions, arrays, object, DOM manipulation, callbacks, promise, async awaits, closures, hoisting, scope chain. You have to do Ajax. A lot of things are there for you to do. This will be the core logic that will run your whole app. Now you want a perfect place to learn it. JavaScript.info is a very, very good place to start. Or there is a person known as Akshay Saini on YouTube that has a course known as Namaste JavaScript. And it is one of the best resources I've ever found. Okay, for project idea, you can now create logical apps like to-do apps, quizzes, tip calculator. This will usually take you 3 to 4 weeks, not more than that. And you have to run this parallel to DSA. Don't do DSA and this separately. You have to save time like that. Then you have to start learning Git and GitHub. This is also a point in my backend roadmap also. GitHub will be a central thing for everything you do in a coding world. Okay, learn about Git, in it Git commit, push, merge, repo, readme, everything, because this will be what you use to track and update your own project. Right? There are multiple courses like that, like GitHub Docs, GitHub Crash Course. You can upload whatever the portfolio you created into GitHub to at least check how it works. Now we will talk about the 5th thing, which is browser API and building tools. Now when you have created an app, you need certain features on it. Those features will be provided to you by browser apps like local storage, session storage, fetch, Canva, geolocation. These are the information that the browser will provide you that will help you either maintain your app or run it on a much efficient manner. There is something known as white web basics. You have to understand about package managers like npm, yarn, pnpm. What are they? Why are they used? Okay. Now resources I have already added for developer Mozilla, which is basically WebMDN. Right. Now next we will pick your front-end framework. Up until now we have been doing everything manually, literally hard coding it now and then. But of course you have to make your life easier. This is where your framework will come in. Now there are multiple frameworks to choose from. One of them, the most famous one, is React. There is also Vue. Just choose one of the frameworks. I would recommend React because it is the most famous and it will actually help you start with React Native also. Now what you have to learn is JSX, prop states, event handling, conditional rendering, list, use effect state, basically basic hooks. folder structure, how to make them, how to make sure that your code is divided into components that are reusable. Then you have to start understanding how to connect a front end with a back end. Okay, React.dev is one of the best development docs out there. You have to go and start. For courses, I will tell you about 2 paid courses. One of them, cheaper one, is from Udemy, which is Maximilian Schwarzmüller, I think. I might be saying the name wrong, but this is the course. A Udemy course, React Complete Guide by Maximilian Schwarzmüller. The next one, it's a bit costlier, which is Namaste React by Akshay Saini. It doesn't just have the basics, it will have the intermediate and the advanced level of React, of front-end development basically. Right. Now the project ideas, now that you have learned React, is to React to-do app, weather app, expense tracker app, like Splitwise. Try to create that, just the front-end logic. You don't have to go to back-end and store it anything. Right. Now that all of this is done, now you are ready for a basic building. You can choose one of the big projects, maybe a Netflix clone, maybe a LinkedIn clone, and start creating that. Maybe try to make a dynamic app that is okay to use in anything, like a web, a mobile, and a tablet. Maybe certain features are active for mobile, certain are not active for web. So all these things you can do, implement this, and then we will come out and talk about the second part of the video, which is intermediate. Please like, share, and subscribe, and go and watch my backend video also if you want to start with backend, and tell your friends about this. Okay.